Hey there, welcome back to Reddit XO, the best channel for Reddit cheating stories. Be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell notification for more stories like these. Now, let's get into the video. Girlfriend cheated on me while drunk. Just to give you some context, I, male 25, have been dating my girlfriend, female 26, for 8 years. We met in high school and dated long distance for 4 years while attending university. We've been living together for 3 years now, since both of us graduated. My partner has cheated on me 3 times now that I'm aware of. The first time this occurred was when we were separated by a long-distance relationship, when she informed me she had gone blackout drunk and ended up making out with a man from her program. This devastated me at the moment, but she was very sorry and convinced me that she had no affections for the person and that she was just inebriated. She also expressed her affection for me and expressed her want for things to work out. We took a week off, but I ultimately decided that I loved her too much to allow this blunder ruin our relationship. In the present, we've been living together for 3 years, and I believe we are truly in love. I could imagine myself spending the rest of my life with this individual. I returned home from work tonight to find my girlfriend sobbing in the dark. When I ask her what's wrong, she tells me she's cheated on me twice more in the previous 6 months. She tells me that towards the end of the summer, while I wasn't there, she got drunk with her friends and ended up making out with one of them. She didn't tell me because she believed that informing me would be her way of making herself feel better and absolving her guilt. However, I discovered that she went out with her pals last weekend when I was away on a vacation, got intoxicated, and made out with another man. I'm devastated and don't know what to do. I adore this girl, but don't know if I can trust her anymore. She tells me that she loves me and that the issue is her drinking, but I'm not sure I believe her. I'd be thankful for any advice, and thank you for taking the time to read my rambling. Story 2. My fiance cheated. How I moved on. My tale begins with the normal adultery finding. Male 27, engaged for 6 months, fiance acting distant, absent at odd hours, infrequent/excuses. I discovered the writings. She'd been sleeping with a married man with children. I photographed all of them. This jerk was guiding my fiance to have affairs. He's been doing it intermittently for years, as if it's okay, and, certainly, that is mentioned in the writings. Here's my narrative of success. This happened in the late spring. This summer, a wedding was planned. There was no way this was going to happen. I was finished. I work at a large corporation. There are several job vacancies available right now. I interviewed for and was hired for a job in a city where I had always wanted to reside. I served my landlord with a notice. Fiance and I shared a house. The lease is totally in my name. Unlawful detainer was filed. I got a new phone plan and a new phone number. The plan was to call it quits on a Thursday. Friday was my final day at the apartment. Movers had been arranged. Excellent timing. That weekend, she had arranged a ladies' weekend away. I've arranged for a sheriff to come to my house for 4 hours. It cost me $200. In my county, we may recruit off-duty workers. What happened on Thursday was that she fed X screenshots to her parents and the AP wife, both with commendable notes. Her parents were out a lot of money since the wedding had to be canceled on such short notice. I felt terrible. Not really. I turned off my previous mobile phone service. I met with the deputy and explained the problem. Court materials were presented. He was cool. She returned home after work. We informed her that we were finished. She needed to gather her belongings and depart. There is no explanation. All I knew was that I wasn't ready to be married. Of course, she was a shambles. It was pushed along by deputy. It took a while. Tears gave way to rage. That nightfall, she was blocked on everything. By Friday afternoon, I was on the road. It's been nearly 3 months. The new work, the new surroundings, and meeting new people. I've gone to NC with almost everyone. Mutual friends inform me that she is not doing well. Those with whom I maintain touch are now aware of the situation. Her parents apologized and called my parents. They requested my information, but my father refused to provide it. He could instruct me to contact them. I may do so out of courtesy. Her sister, whom I had neglected to ban, messaged me on Facebook. She said that she understood why, but that she thought I might have handled it better. Update 1. Many people have commented on my XPM fiance's sister's message. I honestly believed her remark was influenced by how I handled matters with her parents. After reading your comments, I realized you may have also meant how I handled it with my ex. I felt quite cowardly throughout my lengthy travel and for many days thereafter. By not approaching my ex with the facts, I felt like I was running away from her. I honestly didn't want to deal with it, thought it would be pointless, and simply wanted to go away. Your words had made me feel better about what I did. I want to contact her parents as soon as possible. All I need is a phone and some solitude. I'm not sure what to say. Concerning the messages exchanged between X and AP, I have 12 photos of the text strings, quite a few. There are also a couple pictures that are not yet are. They had undoubtedly slept together. The statements he made that irritated me were about his excusing cheating. Everyone I know, men and women, have had someone on the side at some time. Your BF has either cheated or will cheat it on you. It's something that all males do. We are not genetically meant to be monogamous. My marriage is better since I don't have to rely on my wife for everything. Upsetting words made by my ex. I loved our time the other day. I just need to feel more comfortable. It just takes a few times. I'm just a little apprehensive. I'm not with you. It's fantastic. I just don't want him to figure it out. Ever. I'm very convinced he cheated on me in the past. To be clear, I never cheated on her. I never got in touch with the AP wife. FedEx delivered both the letters and the screenshots. They delivered, according to tracking. That's all I've got. Half of me wants to contact her, but the other part believes that given what I've communicated, there's no way he can get out of this unless she's completely delusory, in which case it's futile. I spoke with a few common pals. She was brought up by them. All I know is that she isn't doing well, whatever that implies. I don't want to get into a debate over her, so I changed the topic. I reside in a fantastic apartment complex. I've met a lot of folks my age. I also have a lot of coworker pals. The social scene is fairly nice. Thank you once again. I'll provide an update after I chat with her parents. Update 2. I just wanted to follow up on my prior articles. As I already said, I contacted my ex's parents based on almost everyone's advice. I only talked to my father-in-law. Excellent talk. I chose the apologies route. What I mean is that I apologized to him for sending him the pictures of texts, etc. I just said that I respected them and that I wanted them to understand why I made my choice. He brushed all of it off and was more interested in how I was doing, my new work, and so on. He spoke a lot of encouraging things to me and so on. We didn't talk about my ex. He didn't offer anything, and I didn't ask. I did end up chatting to a buddy from my previous residence. Ex seemed to have returned home and resigned her work. I'm also sorry to confess that I performed some Facebook stalking of AP wife. I assumed she got what I sent. Based on her Facebook postings around the time I submitted the photos, there were a lot of motivational memes with plenty of supportive responses, leading me to suspect she's leaving him. I'm not sure, but there haven't been a lot of postings like this in the past. I'm really loving my new career and meeting new people every week. I'm not ready to date yet, but I'm excited to meet someone when the time is right. Anyway, nothing very spectacular. Final update. Hello, everyone. I was asked a lot of questions about how I handled the breakup with my ex. I appreciate everyone's thoughts and encouragement. I'm not the best writer. I kept my post history up for reference. Please keep in mind that I found her cheating before I went. Those early days following discovery were, and continue to be, a haze. I couldn't eat, I couldn't focus at work, and I couldn't sleep. I couldn't even function. Believe me, I fought with not addressing her. What was significant, I believe, was one occasion when she arrived home late. Of course, I was quite sure she was with him. Seeing her go about her business as if it were any other day, being kind, asking about me, etc., and knowing the entire time it was a fake was a smack in the face. I'm not sure how to put it, but she went from my one and only to not if she were the last woman on the planet. Obviously, I wasn't myself, and I'm sure she could tell. She was very sympathetic and worried at times, such as when she asked, "Are you okay?" or "Is anything wrong?" It's difficult to pretend to be okay when you plainly aren't. To add to my disdain, she was totally content with no. Of course, I did not start it. She didn't either, thank God. That also contributed to my conclusion. During the breakup itself, it was quite tense. The officer was quite helpful. I told him enough of my experience to elicit pity. At least, that's how it felt. He instructed me to speak as little as possible while assuring me that he would hurry things ahead. Again, I was almost finished at this stage. More than anything, I just wanted to get it over with. The officer was compassionate and nice to her, yet aggressive. I'm sure he's been through worse. He had no doubt that he understood what he was doing. I spent the most of my time on the balcony pretending to play with my phone turned backwards. I couldn't hear the officer since he was talking to her. Anyway, thank you once again.